Important little touch by Eric Dyer. Oh, it comes to Divock Origi! He's won the European
Hi, good evening, fellow Copites who are watching or not watching. Maybe watch it later, it doesn't matter. We had a last minute show here today. So for those of you who are watching, thank you very much. We've got a pretty decent panel actually for something that we pulled out last minute. Very grateful for the panel speakers here today. So welcome to the Cop Talk Season 2. And if you guys have not yet watched the show or liked the show, please follow us on YouTube, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Hit the like button, subscribe, and hit that bell button, yeah, so that you guys can get more notifications from us. But without further ado, I'm going to bring in my co-buddy here from the network, Mr. Dave B in the house. What's up, baby?
What's up? I think it's been a great weekend for us.
It's been a wonder. Ha 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 ha.
Yep.
Okay, we got a new speaker. We got a new speaker here today, Mr. Dilip, all the way from Singapore.
Hello.
Right.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for inviting me. Thank you so much.
How's the weather there in Singapore, man?
It was hot just now. It's raining. It was hot again. Now it's raining again.
Been up and down lah.
Yeah.
And kind of like the one particular team we're not going to talk about today.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to get my next buddy. Hey, we got a Singapore connection today lah. Singapore connection today.
I didn't notice that actually.
Yeah, so now all the way again from OLSC East. Singapore, Mr. Ainquilani, Sharil.
Hi guys.
What's up, brother?
Salam, satu Malaysia, satu Singapore. How are you all?
Satu Singapore. Satu Causeway.
I can see and feel from the background of Sharil.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
Sharil.
you see, I'm moving house by another 2 months, so I don't think I'll keep. Yeah, I have to let go this Enfield miniature, should I say? But I try to save some of it lah.
Alamak, I hope your new house you get to set up the same thing lah. Very nice ambience whenever we get you on screen.
We'll try.
Thanks, Sharil, for joining us. And finally, again from Singapore, this is a Malaysian show with good Singapore connection. Mr. Brian in the house. What's up, Brian? What's up? Okay, guys. We are all here. We're just going to get into it. All right. I personally, why I like this show today is because all of you are going to tell me what happened in the game because I couldn't watch the game. How sad is that? So we're going to start. We're just going to start into this. We're going to get Sharil maybe to kick it off. Watford was outclassed yesterday, Sharil. What do you think?
Okay. Actually, before the game, I felt that something going to be wrong with the game lah, because it's our unbeaten run. And it's Claudio Ranieri first game. So there's always, should I say, a scared moment lah. But the thing is, when the game start, Liverpool was dominant lah. It's simple as playing a exhibition game, which is Liverpool against under 12, should I say. I'm not biased, but the way they played yesterday was like, wow, they just can beat any team if they play that kind of football every week. So the first half was superb lah, should I say. Liverpool dominate the possession, scoring chances. Everybody was playing great. Even our reserve goalkeeper got nothing to do. That's about it for the first half. I think second half the others can talk about it lah. It was superb lah, brother. You really lost time not to watch the game lah.
I missed it lah. I missed it. I really missed it lah. Let's go to Dilip. Dilip, your thoughts on the second half then. Your thoughts on the second half.
Okay, so for second half, I felt that because we were already 2-0 up, so I thought we were just going to sit back. But then that was a different case. I felt that I think Salah was on fire. You can see that he was actually trying to score that one goal, and it had to really happen again, like how it happened against Man City. So when I saw him, when there was 5 defenders around him, I knew something's going to happen, and he did it. So the second half belongs to Salah, in my opinion. I mean, it was world class. I mean, after the match, you can see the pundits were talking, is this the best goal versus the man? That was the topic because the second half was the highlight. And of course, Firmino is actually one of my favorite players, and he actually completed a hat trick. So I was really, really surprised the second half that we didn't sit back. We still went out to attack. And this is I think what was mentioned just now, that I was afraid before the match started because we went in with a few injuries, and also some of our players just came back from internationals. So when we come in, supposedly Watford is supposed to be the rested team. We are more tired, but somehow we just dominated from the minute the whistle was blown to the whistle ended. We were just dominating. It was a very good game to see where we could have put our strengths and where else we can strengthen even further. So second half was really, really fire game lah. It was a fire game. It was sad that you missed it. It was sad that you missed it. You should have watched it.
Okay. Yeah, okay lah. Rabidin. I watch the replay lah. Okay. So I think it's very, very clear from the minute it was kickoff. This was a very one-sided game, and it is a very, very good showing. It sends out a big statement to the rest of the Premier League on what Liverpool can achieve this season, going away on the road. And going away on the road in the English Premier League, no matter you're playing the last team in the league or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's always an uphill task. And I think what happened yesterday was a massive statement. So really, kudos to the boys, kudos to Klopp, and so on. Let's get into let's get into the real good stuff here. I'm sure a lot of you want to talk about some key moments, key players, key build up plays from the game. Let's kick it off with maybe Dave. Which players maybe stood out to you yesterday, Dave? And why?
Well,
What describe the moment that you felt that because of that, they stood out? What was it?
I felt that the inclusion of James Milner was a replicate of a person that we need at the back of the goal. I mean, behind the back four. So James Milner was the pivotal in the game. He played the key role, and I mean there was some what do you call people, some fans in the social media actually said that Allison was not there, but we had the second goalkeeper instead of Gallagher. But I thought that James Milner stood out in the game. I mean, no doubt. Klopp mentioned that it was Salah, and he also said that I mean Salah is still the best, and I mean he is the best. But for me, who stood out in the match itself? I mean, the match intelligence and the game intelligence that we needed. It was James Milner. He was there. He was the key. He assisted. Um, I thought that with the 88% of percentage of possession in the first 20 minutes was the key to that victory at Vicarage Road. Because I thought Watford were very sloppy. They had no plans. They had no system. Just because Claudio Ranieri's first game in charge, and I thought the players wanted to give him something, but I think they had uh, disjointed since the previous manager left, and it hasn't changed. I mean, like if you look at what Watford did, it's like average of one offside every 2 games this season. So um, our high line has been immaculate, and we played a really good game. But to me, People said it's Salah, but I think everyone forgotten that James Milner was in the list of one of those man of the match, and I thought he should have won it. But again, Salah's masterclass, outclassed, depleted Watford, I could say. So no one could get near him at the moment. But never mind, he's Mohamed Salah and he's the Egyptian god. So to me, it was James Milner. The man is more than a utility, and he was excellent from the start to the finish. And the other player who actually, I mean, we don't have to say that. I mean, it's Mo Salah. So these two were the stood out players for me last night.
Okay, okay. Let's go to Brian. Brian, are you in full agreement with Dave, or do you have other call outs in terms of players yesterday? You're on mute, Brian.
Okay. I thought that Keita deserves a shout out. He stayed injury free after playing 3 games for his nation. Came back and still lasted 90 minutes, which is kudos to him. you know.
So
If we
this is his
actually,
best achievement so far in English football, to stay fit this
yeah,
long.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, the thing is, he carried out his role also just as well. The 3 players weren't creative. Okay, the central midfielders in Hendo, Mili, and Keita, they were industrial, but not creative. If you take a look, if I'm not mistaken, 4 of the 5 goals came from the right side of our attack, which stemmed to the fact that they realized that Danny Rose was not in it from the very start. I'm not going to use the word. He was heavy.
No,
Jim Banglin said heavy.
he was overweight. He said that.
Yeah, it was heavy, a tad bit heavy. So there again, in all, I thought the midfield 3 had a very good outing. They really secured the whole part and allowed the attackers to just go out and do your thing. The standout will always be those that score, but I really thought that our midfield held firm. Um, when we saw the lineup, we were like, "Ooh, are we in for a difficult game?" But when the game progressed, you could see that our midfield had a firm grip of the game. So kudos to our midfield. It didn't give very much of work to the defense, and it also allowed the attackers to go out and say, "Hey, just do your thing. We got your back." So 5-0 was a very pleasantly surprising scoreline. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of agree there, because even in my best estimates for the game yesterday, I would not have thought of a 4-0 or even a 5-0. I think it kind of looked like it was going to be a 2-goal game or 3-goal game, with both teams on the score sheet, but a win for us. But I think, as I watched back the highlights and so on, it was absolutely. It looks like we kind of bullied the entire. We I think every unit held together very very well, and it just from the start. It's just one of those days that. Everything just keeps going right, from front to back. It just kept going right, so you hardly see any opportunity that could have been capitalized by the opposition team. Sharil,
Yeah.
let's go goal by goal. Sharil, the first goal. Yeah, what are your thoughts on the first goal? Did you see it coming at that point inside 10 minutes,
Okay.
or you
First of
you
all,
felt that?
let me add something what Brian said just now.
Yes,
For
please.
me, Liverpool style of player is simple. Our defense are playing in the midfield, and our midfield are playing in the defense. You see where I'm
Yeah,
getting at now. Because our
yeah,
midfield are sweeping all the balls. defending very tight, and our defenders. You see players like Matip, he will bring the ball. He's the one. He's the type of, like a creative midfielder. Well, dash through the center of midfield. Then we have Virgil van Dijk. My goodness, if you guys see one of his balls yesterday to, I think, Mo Salah from the defense, pinpoint. Then we have our wingers, assist and crossing. Oh my God, it's just out of this world. Okay, then I'll go get to the first goal. The first goal, assist from Mo Salah outside of his boot. My goodness. Please, how can he not be the player of the month? Or should I say best player in the world right now? The outside foot assist was like, my goodness, left footer, brother. It's like cutting 2 to 3 defenders and Mane just slot it in. That says it all, man.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's crazy, like
It's like what kind of vision do you have? That is you're not even actually well through into the final third, and you have such a
Yeah.
vision to see that pass, and then to actually deliver the pass. You get the vision, then to deliver the pass. I guess that's why Mo Salah is a one season wonder lah.
For 4 seasons in a row lah.
For
Okay.
4 seasons
Yeah.
in a row. Correct.
The thing is, for a second game in a row, Salah has provided for money. When have we
Right.
seen that last?
Yes.
That's the
Yes.
question mark.
Exactly. We'll come to the front three shortly. A few comments here. Thanks for watching, Dr. Arun. Great weekend, boys. Nicholas Chan, my co-founder, big aggressive win, progressive display, very, very good. He agrees with Dave B. Milner, continue to be underrated, but will still keep contributing. That's a good point here, Nick. We'll talk about this more next week when we have our special show where we combine Cop Talk and Devil's Den, where we have both the
Oh my
panel of
God.
Liverpool fans and United fans. It's going to be good fun. Hopefully, we can get a Singapore representative, one or two. That'll be good
Brother,
fun.
what you talk about? They are crying inside the grave, lah. What are you talking?
Then
Not
we
grave,
we
cave.
give them some tissue paper or what lah to wipe the tears. That's what we do.
Social media is very quiet at the moment.
United
Okay.
will be more challenging opponent next weekend. Watford was all over the place, but the momentum is there. We need to ride this wave. United, yeah lah. Like somebody said, I think Vinod. I don't know. Vinod is watching. Vinod kind of said in our little group here. Vinod, who's championing Devils, Den, he kind of said that don't worry, Ole will of course play for a draw against Liverpool. Yeah, of course. So that will happen. Ronaldo might score, and that's it. That one goal that secured them 1 point he will deserve the player of the month later lah, right? That's what it is. Let's count the player of the month trophies into the collection. Imran here, who are buddies of Dilip and Brian here. Klopp got Ranieri's tactics spot on. He went with usual 4-4-2, which he last used at Sampdoria.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's an interesting view there. Very
He's
interesting.
right.
Dilip, do you wanna talk about this here, about what your buddy Imran is talking about?
I think Klopp statics has always been the 4-3-3, but what Brian was talking about, the midfielders, the engine. I felt that yesterday was so surprising that Keita was on form. 90 minutes. He wasn't even sub at all. So if you see that back then, a few months ago, we had Curtis Jones, and then of course we had Thiago, and then these guys were now injured, and this is now rest on Keita's responsibility now. I would say his responsibility, and he played 90 minutes, and you can see that he has gelled very well, and the three of them really played the defensive part very well, and also at the same time also they are also pushing the ball forward also, and also I think Ox came out at one point, and you can see that also he's also trying his best, and I felt that the three of them really put in the effort yesterday. I think without the three of them, our back four is good, the front three is on fire, but the highlight was yesterday just the center three, in my opinion. And if you're talking about goals, Milner assisted the second goal to Firmino. It was really on point. I was like watching him, who assisted like Milner, so it was like how he cut in and how he delivered the ball to Firmino. I think the second goal, although Firmino scored, I mean, sorry, the second goal scored by Firmino. I think all credit goes to Milner for picking it up and just passing it to him lah. So like what like Imran was saying about tactics, I think he believed in the three of them very well.
Okay. Dave B, here, how come is Keller for his age and experience? He brings the calming influence to the back line. Before I let Dave B talk about this, about Kelleher, I think Dave B has got a lot of insights with Kieran Kelleher. He did Dave B does a lot of research. It's ridiculous. Sometimes I get jealous of the time he has to do all this research. It's amazing how much of time he has to it's really good insights. But I just wanted to add, before we just to close the Keta topic here, maybe to ask everybody. I go back to maybe Sharil and even Brian. I said this about Keta. Keta really shines against the teams which are lesser. I do not know why big games he doesn't really show up with this kind of performances. But when it comes to the teams which are, the teams on the bottom half or the teams that are really at the bottom, he really shows that he can really boss them around. Do you guys agree that he's still got one thing that he's got to be? For me, he's still not established in English football. To be established, if you ask me, Ox established himself, but his just consistency was not there. Because Ox is a big game player. He can go up against the big teams and really show his stuff on his day. He's not regained that form due to all the injuries he's got. After all the injuries, just kept dropping. But Keita never really came and wowed against a big team and doing that consistently at all. That's my only thing with Keita. So I don't want to go too much about what you think about the next game, but let's just talk about it. Do you think Keita Klopp would make him an option for the big games? I don't think so. What do you think? Yeah, Sharil maybe, then Brian. Sharil first.
Okay, about Keita, how is he going to be good if you're playing 2 games then injured for 5 games, or
Agree.
playing 1 game and injured for 7 games? No, he's always been that. No, when you see, for a player to shine, he needs to play a certain amount of games in one season, like match fitness they call it. So it doesn't matter if your opponent is a big club or a small club. It's the same. The way you play is the same. Only because he's against big clubs, maybe he's scared that he's going to be injured again. You have to be a bit all out, more all out. Play with a bit of finesse and strength. Oh, he even when he shoot, when he hit his foot hit the ground, then he's injured. No, he's scared until like that. No, so the thing is, we also scared about him. But he's a great player. He can dribble, he can cover, that kind of thing. So, but I think he's already 5 years with us. Is it true?
Yeah.
5 years, if still like that, then I think we can't have this kind of player. How long should we give him?
I agree. I
Yeah.
think this season is his do or die season lah. Kalau if you do not show it, if you do not play with that finesse, you said it so well. If I may quote you, that finesse got to be there. Brian, don't you agree? When before he came here, he was at RB. He was the world's best box to box player. That's why we bought
He
him,
was.
because
He
you fit
was.
into Klopp's play, because you need that box to box kind of capacity of performance, game in, game out. That's why we got him. But since he has come here, he has not been able to deliver. Of course, it's higher intensity and all that. That's why you go through the Klopp regime first, and past that, then only you can come and deliver that. But he has somehow not done it, right, Brian?
I agree. It's something about Keita that he's a very fragile player. Something in the mold of Sturridge. You see, Sturridge, he managed one good season, and then after it was downhill. Likewise, Keita never got going from the very start. So I agree with what Shahril said. As long as you don't get a good run of games, it doesn't matter whether you're playing a big club or you're playing against a big club or a small. It becomes redundant. Your performance doesn't get rated, or there's no weighing whether you're a big club, big match player or not. You just got to be on the pitch longer than off it, and that's the problem with Keita. For 52.5 mil, that's a gamble um, that we could end up paying the price for. For all the wonders that he did at Leipzig, we've not gotten our end of the deal from him. So it begs the question: will he stay longer than the end of the season? I doubt so. I doubt so. But there again, we still need him until the end of the season at least. Hopefully, this will be the season whereby he gets most game time, and if he's going to go off with a bang. I always tell players that are going to leave. If you're going, go off with a bang. That's all.
Yeah, yeah. I think while we're on this topic here, Imran, I think Imran is living in my head right now because I really think this is what we lacked last season. Okay, last season, for all things said and done, we managed to finish where we finished, and I think this is where we lack the capability of Klopp to rotate the players. So, with that being said, I think this season, God willing, touch wood, we players remain fit with the rotation. It's going to help them. I do hope that we bring in the results because the results really matter. We got to take it a game at a time, keep rotating the players, having the second 11 ready and fit to play where they need to. I think it's going to be very, very important. That's going to be important. So I kind of say that what Sharil has said, what I'm concerned with, I really do think that this could be Keta's last season for Liverpool, irrespective of everything.
No,
I
no,
really do
unless
feel
unless
it could
Liverpool
be.
buy someone because
Yeah,
Klopp won't let
yeah.
him go if Liverpool don't get anybody.
Of course. No, I
Yeah.
think it's time to replace him lah. Let me correct what I said. I think it's time to consider replacing him because we bought him with huge expectations, and now we have manufactured. We've retrofitted him into a rotational player. Where for this kind of matches, for the EFLs, for the lower league teams, we've made him into that kind of a player, and he's effective in that sense. I do not feel he's going to be, there unless we really need him for purposes players are not available. I don't think in the top critical games where we really got to go out there and go and play a tough team, try to win it, fall back to a draw. I do not think Keta is going to be the option. I think he's going to be a rotational player for the lesser games, the lesser teams. Those kind. That is my view. That is my view. um let's go back to this comment here earlier about Kelleher. Dave B, let's talk about Kelleher, and still not enough match time maybe, but the kid's promising. The boy is really promising. Your thoughts on him, please.
I think I've spoken about Kevin Kelleher for many times on this show. For his age, I mean, Allison is not available. Basically, where or how he got his start, where Allison is not available. If Allison was available, I think he would have had on the bench as well. So for that age, I think he's more than ready to be the number two. I thought that giving Adrian, for some reason, some people said that it's a good move. For me, screw that. Um, the one of the biggest disaster contract signature I've seen, giving Adrian the extension. Kelleher should had. I mean, Kelleher had his extension as well. Um, but what happened to Adrian right now? Though signing extension, he still sits at the I think it's the third choice keeper. So this is the future that where I'm going back to the earlier season or even last season where I actually spoke about the legacy, the boot room legacy that Klopp is trying to bring into this club, and he's trying to retain that, and he's trying to pass that over to um, the next successor. So these are the things that he's actually building, bringing on all the young talents wherever he could get them, people, I mean, our fans been moaning that why we have not signed any players this season, but he's looking at a different perspective where he's looking at the the base that he's actually building, the academy that is now growing, and the under 23 is under 18. So these are the boys who actually came from there. So I think he loves more to work. I mean, he loves to work more with uh, in this situation instead of keep buying Ronaldo, buying Cavani or whoever it is, so just dumping into the club and going out of ideas and don't know what to do with the game, and don't even know who to put in the game, and make any changes. So he's not doing the sort of mistakes. So what I felt that he's doing, he wants someone unpredictable, a figure that who could actually change game. Like you talk about Kate Gordon, we don't know how he played, but I tell you that the game that he was given the chance, my goodness, he was so damn good. So um, for me, QV Callagher, um, he has a long way to go. Understudy for Allison, and we have another goalkeeper as well, Marcelo Pitaluga. So these
Yeah.
three, we have uh, these guys are there and ready for anything in the future. And for his age, yes, that was one fine save that he did.
Yeah.
Despite that, but I thought that he never had
Offside. Yeah.
anything to do in the game. And I couldn't say that Callagher was lucky, but Watford was lucky.
And Dave,
Can
I
I
think
see?
one more thing. Sorry, say Brian. This guy, he's also both footed.
Yep, he's both footed.
Oh, that's
He's
good,
also
man.
right and left footed.
Okay, Dave,
Okay,
what do you say?
yeah.
He
Coming
he's
to what Dave mentioned about Adrian signing an extension, I think it was very crucial. If you actually notice, okay, this is out of context, but have you seen what happened to Milan?
mm,
They've lost two of their first choice keepers.
exactly.
So,
Yeah.
and the thing is, Adrian has been a household name since he signed. Although he and Allison are two different goalkeepers, and the thing is, his experience is helping behind the scenes. He may not feature as much, but there again, his experience counts for something. So
Yep.
to say that it wasn't the right, it wasn't the best thing to have Adrian sign on an extension, I would, I apologize, I would disagree. I think he is very crucial in the development of, guys like Kelleher and Peter Luga. I think it's very fundamental that he's around, at least until Keller established himself as the real number two. Right now, it's up in the air. Just one or two mistakes from Kelleher and Adrian could be bad. That's the thing about football. It's
Yep.
form and confidence and everything. So um, I'm hoping Kelleher will get his chance probably in a year or two. He looks and sounds very promising.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just get into this. We want to talk about the Salah Mane Firmino. Okay, I'm sure Gallagher will still be featuring for the rest of the season. We're still in the EFLs and so on. So I do hope that we see a bit more, and there's a lot more to consider for Gallagher and his future here. Salah Mane Firmino. Before that, let me see if I can do this. I don't know if it's gonna work. Can you guys see that? Yeah, so it works.
Mm.
Yeah, let's see if we can watch this goal here.
And Foster had to react, and Firmino reacted, and Liverpool have three on the road again. Cathcart might have scored an own goal. Firmino followed up.
I think as far as the looking at tap-ins go, I think Firmino's never gonna get a better tap-in goals like he got yesterday. It was
Yep.
absolutely he was absolutely out of this world. So I think I think the team looks so aggressive. You can see, that particular goal, how Robertson actually was not out wide. He's actually playing in the mix of things. So it goes to show what you guys said. Our midfield was totally in control. They really ran riot yesterday. So Salah, Mane, Firmino literally had a good show. All of them on the score sheet. Firmino getting, the right place, the man at the right place, right time, 3 times in a row. Simple tap ins, but it just shows his game sense is coming back. I know a lot of us were really concerned about his performance for a while. But Brian said it at the start of the show, so let's get into it. Let's hear it from maybe Dilip. Salah, Mane, and Firmino again, maybe showing that they could do outdo the 18-19 season once again, or do you think that this is just something just for the current times? What do you think?
I think this is just a beginning again, a restart for the three of them. Because last season we could see that Firmino was out of place, Mane was not pumping the balls into the goal, but Salah was consistent. So now these two boys are being consistent now, and yesterday's Firmino's game you could see that he was on point, he was in the places. But we need to understand that Firmino was playing yesterday because Jota was injured. If you notice that Klopp has now put as Salah, Jota, and Mane. So with Jota out of the scene now, Firmino is back. That shows that there's competition for his place at this moment. So, and you could see yesterday the Firmino I saw is the Firmino I fell in love with many years back. Like when he before even Salah was in the team, Firmino was the guy who was always scoring the goals for us. So that is the Firmino I saw yesterday, and he's. I just want to make a joke. When you say tapping goals, these days if you tapping goals, you get player of the month awards lah. So maybe he's trying for it. Okay, I'm not talking about
Nice
others.
one. Nice one,
Still,
Dinesh.
but if tapping goals, you get player of the month award. So, but let's give credit to Firmino. He knew where to position himself yesterday at all the three goals. And if you notice, all the three assists were from Robertson, Milner, and Williams. So he got the ball rightly, and I think he was also aware that Salah was offside, so he waited for his moment to kick the ball in. His game sense is really, really good, and Salah also knew he was offside. That's why he didn't interfere the game. So Firmino is back, but he know that at the back there is number 20 Jota is behind him to get back his position. So that is already a good sign for Firmino to be back on track lah.
Okay. Let Sharil, your
Yeah.
thoughts here on our front three.
See, the media has always been putting down the front three. I don't know, they are they don't like Liverpool or what. They were saying that Salah was not
I think
assisting.
maybe Sharil, okay, that's a good point. Media will be putting down, but do you think our fan base has also been criticizing them? But has that criticism, in your opinion, been fair or not? I think the media, forget the media, bro. The media is the reason why some people get Player of the Month award for no reason.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's also one of the things. So we are very sure the media hype is enough for wrong things to be made right. Okay, but
Mm-mm.
our fan base have been critical on Salah, Mane, Firmino. Do you think that is
Mm.
valid or not? And what do you think based on what they're showing this season? On the other hand,
You see, fans always wants the best for the team. They've been criticizing people like players like Firmino. I've always believed in Firmino because of his playing style. He's the number 9 that but everybody, the thinking of a number 9 is someone like Alan Shearer or Lewandowski. You have to score the goals. But the way Klopp set up his team, number 9 is just to tick everybody to play. So, fans have to change the perception of these kind of players. So, you see, yesterday, like Dilip said, yesterday, Firmino was at the right time. The positioning was good. That is what we want, because Salah and Mane will destroy the defense, and
correct.
Firmino is free. So, that mean goes, I take it, man. Like you say,
We'll take it. We'll
maybe
take it.
player
We'll
of the
take it
month.
all year.
Yeah.
All year we'll take it.
So, if you ask me, if I prefer Jota or Firmino, of course it will be Firmino. But Jota give a different kind of element. Jota is good when the defense are tired. He's there to run riot, shoot with both of his legs.
But
He
I
can
think,
even
but
hit the ball.
I think Jota cannot offer the same thing that Firmino offers
Correct.
because Firmino plays it well in the central position.
Correct.
I think Jota cannot play central as well as Firmino. He plays out of the left or even off the right. They should try him. He can play there. But
You see,
I think in the middle, Jota struggles.
Jota, the way he plays, he's actually like the old Origi super sub. He's going to that kind of stage. Origi is
Yeah.
done and dusted lah. Don't talk about him lah. Just make me mad
We know
lah. So Jota is a player where when every team needs him when we need a goal or just to break the defense. So everybody anybody injured he will come in. So he's that kind of player to me. But to be in the first 11 of Liverpool, it's hard lah because it's not his
Yeah, it's
playing
hard.
style.
It's really hard. No, especially if you don't play him in his right position. You're absolutely right there. The reason why Klopp got him because the guy seems to know the secret of beating English defense.
Yeah.
That is true. He does that effectively game in game out. So I mean, but now when coming into the dynamics of our team, I think when our team is playing top-notch football, you can really see it, right, Cheryl? You can see this guy is not making it. He's not making the cut pula. So he's got to really, Klopp has got to figure this guy out and find a way for him to be effective into our lineup and really be contributing lah. Otherwise, I don't think Jota is really going to make so much of an impact this season. Jota pressing monster, Bobby draws defenders, which opens up the space. Exactly. We all play our own football with our clubs and futsal and all that. The player who does most damage is the one who can pull in players to you and open up space for the rest.
Yeah.
You know this, and Bobby does that with sheer class. He does this, and that is why his contribution to any team would be priceless. Underrated, unsung hero. People do not know this guy's value. So Brian, what do you have to say? Front three.
Oh well, the break, from the COVID season, I call it the COVID season. The break did everyone, the whole team, benefit. Everybody seems fresh. The goals are coming in. You can see the likes of them coming back to. That's why we are comparing. Season 18, 19, 19, 20. It's because those were where they had their breaks. They finally got their breaks pre-season, came back fresh, and they are all firing. Okay, the only worry that I have as a Liverpool fan and for this squad is squad depth. Do we have it? There's no point being on form when half the team drops out. That's the worry that we have. So, yeah, I hope it continues lah. I hope their form continues, but I'm just a little worried about the depth of our team. Don't we drop like flies and the same thing happens like last? Yeah.
Yep. Okay, let's just go. I mean, there were two more goals. Let's just look at the one wonder goal from the wonder himself, and we are still wondering about the wonder. It's not playing. Oh, hold on. There it is.
Couldn't keep it. Firmino, Salah, he wouldn't do it again, would he? Mo Salah has!
Oh my goodness.
Deja vu all over again! You tried. And the Hornets have been stung by Egyptian magic.
I don't know lah. He needs to consider Catguard got a family and his career. he should be reprimanded by the cops to say, why do you do these things? Why Mo Salah? Okay,
Sena, let me rant a bit lah.
Please, go.
No point of taking the knee of anti-racism if you don't give any award to Mo Salah. I'm sorry to say, but you know the people out there or the media are damn racist. Sorry to say, he's Egyptian. If he's a European guy, I think he's going to be the best player in the world. This is I just sorry if I'm renting it because he's from a Middle Eastern or should I say African or Asian country. You won't get you the way. Sorry to say, the way Ronaldo played yesterday. He was like a schoolboy. He didn't. He even missed a shot. So the thing is, Salah against Man City. Laporte, Diaz was on their bums.
No
Yesterday,
clue. No
Cathcart was
clue.
on his bum. So the thing
No
is,
clue.
I don't know why, Salah, until now, I don't know why he was not recognized, even the top 5 players in the world now. Can
I tell
anybody
you
explain
why.
it, please?
I tell you why. Because our FA is reactive, not proactive.
Yep.
Simple as that.
Yeah. Yep.
Dave B, you need to diffuse this. Go on. You're on mute, mate.
Egypt's next wonder after the pyramid. I mean, what else you want to say? I mean, like even the
Imran, I think the pyramids are wondering about Salah. They're like, no. We are pyramid. What are you?
but there's some fun facts actually I want to share. Salah against Watford last night. It was like 84% of passes, accuracy, 2 chances created, 1 assist, 3 out of 5 shots on target, 1 goal, got past, dribbled past 3 or 4 players. I mean, like I said, no one can get near him at the moment. But like also, I agree with Sharil that if he was a European, probably he would have won the Player of the Month in Premier League. Um, but it was unfortunate that someone who didn't perform in the last 4 matches won the Premier League Player of the Month. So it's kind of disappointing to see that he's not being um, um I mean, Salah is not looking for a limelight, but what he does is um, it's just on the papers and it's just from the mouth to mouth of every Liverpool fans, but it doesn't. It's not getting spoken out there. It's simply because, like we know, it's just because he's not an European. So he has a long way to go. I am looking forward for his announcement of contract extension,
Extension, yeah, man.
Mm.
and
Definitely.
I'm also looking at Liverpool for the first time in the financial history, breaking the banks, breaking the records of offering Mo Salah the lucrative amount that he's supposed to be earning, and he deserves that. And I think
Let's
Salah is
see.
very happy. Yep, Salah is very happy with us, and I think he,
I
he
think
could go he could go another 1 or 2 seasons or 3 seasons. I mean, even
Let's
if
see.
Ronaldo even if Ronaldo can do it, I mean Salah could. Why not?
Let's see. Imran here has got one more comment on Salah. No, not just work rate and goals. His willingness to defend and cover
Exactly.
trend.
yes.
So
Exactly.
it kind of looks like he's on a mission this season. And the mission I think is larger than just his personal stats.
Sina,
Right?
Sina,
From
Exactly.
my discussion.
I just want to make a point here that if you look at what Brian said, the COVID season, I'm just going to say that I'm a big Mane fan. Okay, I just want to put it on the record that I'm a Mane fan. I love Mane. But what Salah did last season, I call him the Bahubali of Liverpool at the moment. Why I say he really literally carried Liverpool to
Yes.
we had an
Yes. Yes.
injury prone season. Everyone's injured. Sorry if I say a Tamil movie name Bahubali. It means
It's okay.
very
No
strong
problem.
man. So basically,
Mm.
he really carried Liverpool to where it is today. So, and like what you say, Sena, is that he has a mission. Is it a personal mission or is it to get the title just for
Nah.
Liverpool?
I think
I
I
don't
think
I
this
don't really
season.
care because he's been
Yeah.
consistent.
Yep. I think this
He's been
season
consistent.
there's a lot to prove because technically we didn't get the season after winning a Premier League that is actually that I think every defending champion gets. We didn't get a proper season to defend our title. We didn't get the right circumstances. I think this season, and usually when you win a Premier League, the next season you still follow it with a cup or two. If
Yeah.
you can really challenge. If you don't have a kind of like a fairy tale story like the Leicester City season and all that, you kind of got a team that can really compete, that can really challenge for top stuff. We didn't get that opportunity in last season. So I think this season they are all coming together and looking like they've got larger missions and visions and ambitions for this season, which is very, very good to see. So I think you put it very rightfully. Last season he really carried us. So people still wonder, people still scrutinize him. I think everyone needs to stop with the wonder and just start to ponder about why all this criticism on Mo
Mm.
Salah. I'm also a Mane fan, Dilip. I'm with you, but Mo Salah is out of this world. You
Yes.
are a fan of a certain player because that's your choice, lah.
Yep.
There's something that stood out. That moment that you were feeling maybe down, and Mane had a performance that lifted you. That's why you like Mane, or that's why you could like any other player. But we are all fans of Liverpool. We do not dislike anything. But the criticism that Salah gets, the guy carries mountains year in, year out. He
Yep.
carries mountains. He does the unthinkable. Season over, pre-season, criticism starts. Season starts, he doesn't score a goal first 2-3 games or something, not outstanding. Criticism is there. Why?
Sena,
Really
Sena.
interesting. Yes,
Uh,
Cheryl,
one
go.
one question. Okay, Salah was the one who scored the penalty for Egypt for them to go into the World Cup
World Cup.
finals. Okay,
Yes.
but
Yep.
Salah won the Champions League for Liverpool, won the World Cup club, won everything. He's up there. Golden
With the
Boot
great.
every
With
single
the great.
freaking year.
Yes.
But why now? Sorry to say, Ballon d'Or. Why is even Jorginho is top candidate to be the Ballon d'Or winner, where Salah is not even in the top three?
Yeah. No,
So
I think
how do
it's really stupid, lah. Cheryl, you are right, lah. It's really
my
stupid. It doesn't make
goodness?
sense. The year that Van Dijk was strongly suggested to win the Ballon d'Or because he won the UEFA Player of the Year. That's why Jorginho is there. He won the UEFA Player of the Year, and because of that, they are saying he's a strong contender. But for me, I agree with you. Like, why? Like, look, when you're talking about Player of the Year, it's about individual contributions that
Yeah,
really made an impact.
right.
And Salah took Liverpool from a discounted team last season, of all the top teams, so-called top teams. We were discounted, and we took us right back up there to finish top three. Why are you not considering that as a big impact? So I think, like what you say, media today and how the gimmicks of football works, they look at the glory instead of they look at the approved or validated glory, which is recognized by mainstream, and not these kind of things. And that is absolutely unfortunate. That's absolutely
It's
unfortunate.
it's what we call impact fans.
Yes.
Yeah,
They're impact-driven fans. Not really about results, but impact. How much impact a player has for the team, and the form that he is. Yeah, we call them impact fans. There are plenty now to go around. Very soon we'll have impact Newcastle fans. Geordies, Geordies. It's just a matter of time. Oh,
yeah.
Just a
speaking of
matter of
Salah,
time. You got to be
yeah,
joking. They already won the 2022 Premier League. Where are you? They've already won
speaking
it.
of Speaking of Salah, okay, because of Salah, right? The FA, English FA, is going to introduce a new safety equipment. It's called the bum guard.
My goodness.
I
Okay,
think Imran got a fantastic comment here. Les Raja Boats are two world-class African superstars now. Ranks Ballon d'Or awaits one of them soon. I hope so. But I think we are the club. I think, and us fans here of Liverpool today, we can actually say that now, and even 10 years, 20 years from now, as we look back, we had perhaps the best African players that Africa had to offer in our club, man. That's
Mm.
amazing, isn't it? Isn't it? When you
yeah,
look at
together.
it, I think, and we had them together at the same time. And I think the African continent, if you look back, yeah, every now and then they'll probably come up with 1-2 grades here and there, but getting them together to watch them 365 days, it's magical. So it's a really great time to be a Liverpool fan. Yeah,
It is.
it's amazing. Brian, safety officer, as always. Okay, last words, guys. Coming to the last part of the show. Dave B, last words. In terms of last words, what I want to hear today is, I always say this. I think we are 2 games away from the first hurdle. For me, your first 10 games crucial. You cannot have any losses. You cannot have more than 3 to 4 games drawn. The balance must be wins. I think we're currently on 18 points at 8 games. We've got potential of reaching 24 points. All right, which is still not a great start, but considering how the rest have started, that would put us still at a top 2 position. Our worst case, we are currently looking at, I mean, if it's a 1 win 1 draw, we're looking at 22 points. But the key here is not to have any defeats in the first 10 games. For me, that's a first hurdle. What do you guys think here in terms of after 10 games where we're going to be? What do you think, Dave B?
I'll always put a prospect always on finishing where we should
Sorry,
stand in
sorry, sorry,
January.
Dave. Sharil, you might want to take this from your buddy Kishan.
Nanti lo Kisan.
Don't spoil Africa lah. Hello. Sorry, Dave. Carry on.
Uh, um, for me, instead of saying 10 matches, so I would actually see where we stand in January, where the winter transfer comes in, and we are looking at the African Cup of Nations, and we might lose these two excellent talents, you know. So let's not get carried away with what we are doing now. As I said in the last show or before,
Yeah.
Liverpool is a silent killer, silently climbing up. No one is noticing. The pressure is not us. Pressure is not on us. Even last night when I was watching the Leicester United game, one of the United fans were telling, "Oh, the pressure is not on us this season." Yeah, but looking at the net spend and also the money I've spent on the players, definitely the pressure is somewhere else, not on us. So I could probably say that the pressure is not on us. But I really hope that these boys, just continues to do what they're doing right now and silently stand there, and then we'll see what happens in January. So before we end, I would really looking forward for the Atletico Madrid and also the Clash of Titans in Old Trafford.
That's a Clash of Titans, ah? Really?
At Old Toilet. Sorry. Oh, sorry.
So what do you mean Titans? We are devaluating the term Titans here. Aren't we? Dilip, what do you think, Dilip? Your last words, please.
Okay, the question about the next. I mean, before we finish the 10 game. Okay, I like what Dave was saying, that the media is not on us right now. The media is looking at not United but Ronaldo. The media is looking at City. The media is looking at Chelsea at the moment. Don't know where Arsenal is at the moment, but but it's good where we are right now. There's no hype on us, so we can just continue doing what we can do. I predict just 1 win 1 draw in the next 2 games, because I know we cannot have more than 4, right? I remember, we cannot have more than 4 at this moment. So it'll be good that we just continue the momentum. Just in Klopp we trust, and we can just finish the first 10 games smoothly lah. If Chelsea just drops 1 game down, we can go back to the top. So that's my last word.
Yeah. I think Chelsea is the team to beat. Really, they are. Tuchel is leading them very well. I am absolutely impressed with the man. He's living up to the expectation. So I don't know where Pep came and said, came and made a statement. No, if Liverpool, I think Liverpool is the team to beat this season. Bro, you need to be at the top to come and say that kind of thing. And Tuchel himself keeping quiet.
Yes,
So,
yes.
I don't know why. Seriously, everything's gone bonkers, and the media plays it so well. Sir Fami, thank you for watching. Don't sack Ole, please. Noted with thanks. Come on, Dave B. Don't spoil the movie Clash of the Titan. Yeah, lah, Dave. Come on, it's a classic, epic movie. You know that next season, Dave, is just going to be. I mean, next week is just going to be a 2-2 or a 1-1, right? With the pathetic tactics that's going to come up against us. CR7 might even be benched. Klopp prefers under radar and it suits perfectly onwards and upwards to red. It's like
Kishan.
I was
yes,
looking for.
for
I was
somebody
looking.
who doesn't finish his books that he reads, he's quoting quite good quotes here today.
Sena, can do me a favor?
Yes, sir.
You made this kitchen, you pinch his nose now. Can you pinch
Yeah,
his nose for me?
he's next door only.
he's
I know, I
next door,
know.
Chelsea is not contented. They will run out of luck. I don't think so. I think that's something to really consider. Sharil, your last words, please.
Okay, first of all, sorry for the rant just now. I just want to let it go,
No. There is
because
no
I
apologies
feel
today.
I feel for Muhammad Salah lah.
I feel
He's
for
just
you. Bro.
underappreciated.
I feel for you.
Yeah, you understand where I'm getting, right?
Yes.
Getting at.
No,
Okay,
Sharil, you asked Dave. You asked Dave. I think Sharil, we got to know each other middle of the season, early of last season, our defending champion season. The season before that, when we started the show, actually we already won the title. You asked Dave B. I was still very critical of Mo Salah because you know why we can be critical at that point because you know we were really up there, we were great, and we cannot accept even a small minor thing. But after last season, you look when our team was down, the man is still flying high. He's still delivering game in, game out, like, only on the off chance of a third off game, he might be there. 32 out of 38 games, the guy will show. So I think I'm very well with you there, bro. I think it's
See,
really unfair.
guys,
Really
it's not
unfair.
actually about Mo Salah itself, no. Okay, let's say now in the UK, like Brian said, it's the FA. What's the point of you promoting anti-racism or on one knee if this kind of players you don't promote? You get what I mean? So yeah, just drop it lah. Okay, last words for today. For the fans out there who before the start of season they were saying like, why club doesn't buy any player? Why are we not getting players? You have to believe in club. You see, we are the only team who is undefeated right now. Okay, so guys,
So yes,
believe in club.
I am one of them.
Yeah.
And for me, I don't know. Maybe this is the old school me that has not let go lah. When you're playing top notch football, that's when you should make buys. That is still something
No,
I
I
back
think
lah.
Sena, I think you get
But
pressure.
I agree that backing Klopp is also something that I did. I will always trust Klopp. But for me, in terms of being a top notch club, the way I see, I think maybe I'm old school lah. The way top-notch clubs will always do is you've got to go out there and make buys. So they didn't do it, but I think Klopp is again proving every single critic out there wrong, including me. Even though I still back him, he's still my manager. I still back him. So, but yeah, it's amazing how Klopp delivers. It's really maybe touch wood, not too soon to say,
Sena.
but I totally agree.
I think it's simple. It's just pressure of our rival clubs getting players. That's it. Man City got Grealish for 100 million. Lukaku, they buy for almost 100 million. United get CR7, and we don't buy anybody. So the pressure is there. Even for me, I feel, hey, why club not buying anyone? But after a while,
United is quite interesting, bro. Few seasons ago they spent 90 million. They bought a fridge. This season they bought a perfume brand, CR7. So for that much, so okay lah.
Okay, I think by January, I think club will buy one player lah. He always he likes the January transfer window.
I think they will drop Team Viewer and go to VMware or something because Team Viewer got hacked yesterday.
I don't know if you'll concur with me lah. I think he'll buy one player by January.
I hope so. No, I think important because for me, why buying players is very important. You look at the season, that 13-14 season where we lost out, Brendan Rodgers. I really feel even though it was just Conor Plianka, if we got that added power into the team, it would have gone a long way. I just feel it. So by January, I think like what Dave B said, if we do well, I think throughout from now till then, January buying a player, I agree with you, Sharil, is going to be a crucial thing that could really decide how our season goes. Also because we're going to potentially lose Mane and Salah, not just for the duration of the African Nations Cup. When they come back, they also will be rested and they need to regain composure into playing our playing style and the Premier League again. So that's what I think. I agree with you there, Sharil. I agree. Brian, last words.
Dave and I, we had this discussion two episodes back. We said the same thing. January is going to be critical. Liverpool has always been, the critical part of our season has always been post Christmas. Post Christmas. So let's just wait till then. Hopefully, our players remain as injury free as possible. Then we'll see then. As for players incoming in January, not going to happen. I don't see it happen. The onus is on FSG, not Klopp. Klopp is doing his work as best as he can. He is being very diplomatic about the transfers. Um, his prepressor was a precursor of what's happening. He's just starting to boil, and it's just a matter of time by which more players get injured, and a repeat of last season. I'm sure is going to it's going to be a clock blast. It's just a matter of time. So as long as the players remain injury free throughout the season, I think that we have one good season left,
And
and this could be the
miraculously,
season.
miraculously so far, two match Matip and two match Keta have become at least three match so far.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
touch wood.
yeah, yeah. Impressive. Yeah, shout out to big man Matip.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for the last words, you guys. I think we're going to wrap up the show. A big shout out to for those of you who don't know, Footsie app is our proud sponsor for all our shows on Cop Talk and the Footy Talk Network this season. I want to thank them for their support. They're also sponsoring our Footy Talk, my Fantasy Premier League, which is unfortunately open to Malaysians only. I'm sorry to our Singapore gang here. Hopefully, when we can do cross border issues, cross borders are open, then we'll probably open it to the Singaporeans next season. So that's it. I just want to say big week. We've got 5 more games left in October. 5 games, you guys, is no joke. We've got EFL, we've got Champions League, we've got Premier League matches also. So 5 games to finish October. We got a big one coming midweek, Atletico. We got a big one coming. So not no longer a big one.
Weekend.
We've got a Phineas and Ferb better following weekend. So we hope to have a good show. We're gonna have Liverpool fans, United fans on the show. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a lot of banter on that show. Listen, win, lose or draw, the bunch of fans that we work with, we respect our clubs, we respect the banter, and we love the banter. So when we banter hard, but we respect each other. So until then, I just want to say yes,
Sena,
yes.
don't forget to set it at 2 hours or 2.5 hours show.
For that show, yeah, that show,
Not 1 hour for banter.
that show is going to be tentatively is going to be next Sunday. So we're playing Sunday night, are we? Sunday night,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah. So
Sunday.
tentatively we are going to have it on Sunday evening. It's going to be around maybe this time, but it'll probably go on for another hour longer than this show. So we look forward. There's going to be good fun. We're going to have maybe myself and Vinod hosting. Vinod
Oh my
who
God.
champions the United show of ours, Devil's Den. And then we're going to get maybe 4 Liverpool fans and 4 United fans. We're going to pair them up and we're going to have some very, very good fun. It's going to, like, if you watch last season, it was really fun. We put them up there, they fight, they argue, but in the end, it's all good fun. We got some yellow cards and all that kind of thing, real good fun, VAR and stuff. So we'll see. We're going to do that. Thank you, Sharil, last minute for coming on. Brian, thank you so much. Dilip, very good, very, very good insights. Well spoken today. Dave B. Guys, all your transfer updates, your transfer opinions and rumors, please watch Dave B and Kishan, Sharil's good friend Kishan. They have their show Rumor Has It on footytalk.my. That is a very, very good show. It's only a show that goes on for 10-15 minutes, but real good
Yep.
insights. Dave B has all the scoop because Dave B has got so much of connections in UK. So he's got a lot of good scoop, inside scoop information that you guys don't see in media that is shared in this part of the world, in Singapore and Malaysia. So please watch their show. Beyond that, I just want to say thank you again, and you'll never walk alone. See you guys next week. Thank you very much, everyone. This is the Cop Talk. Bye.
Bye.